Here we go. I just realised I've left your little cardboard pile there. That's okay, Fifi. We can take it out after, eh? Yeah. Yeah. Come on in, Joe. How's it going? How we do? Oh. I'm a little bit snuffly today because I've just been having a tidy out of the buns room. And all the hay gets up my nose. I can only do like half the room at a time. Good morning, cow. So I'm a little bit hay fevery at the moment. Good morning, Palin. Good morning, Chancho. Morning, Saffron. Your internet's been the big stinky. Oh no. Oh no. Good morning, Bulba and Annie. Morning, Shadow. Morning, Ravane. I was just saying I'm a little bit snuffly because I've been tidying the bunny's room. Because for the first time in a few weeks, I didn't have any editing to do this morning. So I was like, okay, what can I get on with? So it's like a work in progress. That half is the clean half. When you go around the corner, it's absolutely very messy. Morning, Rob. Good morning, Lazybutt and Ellen and Max and Alex and Minion and Lovreese and Rob and Rob. Thank you very much, Rooney. Thank you very much for the 33 months. My day off's a bun time. There's so many bunnies at work. My phone's full of pictures of them. How's your break from streaming? Wait a minute. I mean, I had yesterday morning off, but it's just because, oh my goodness, you would not have wanted a bun stream from me yesterday. I was so grumpy. I was like, Premiere was just, like, literally, I got up and started work at 8 yesterday, and I finally managed to render the video at midday. And I was just like, I am done with you, Premiere. I was so moody. I mean, I did take some time off because at one point Alex had a meeting for like half an hour. So it wasn't that full time spent doing it, but I allowed myself half an hour off. He was like, oh, should I go out the room to do the meeting? And I was like, no, you have the room. I'm going to go make myself a cup of tea and not look at Premiere for a little bit. But it was just, oh my goodness. It was so naughty yesterday. Good morning, David. Morning, Nightsham. Good morning, Mana. And Pasta. Did I say good morning, Zara? But yeah, it was just being like, it's because I'd done the editing part of it, and all I had to do was add in like transitions and sound effects, and then I was like, which was the problem. It's because using this program called Maxon, or like Red Giant Universe, and it's I think it was that was causing all the problems. But it's never caused any problems before. Like literally every video I've done with it, it's been absolutely fine. And then just that one video was like an absolute nightmare. But it's done. It's done. And oh, Sniffer, would you like your breakfast, babies? Here you go. The bunnies just decided to run off, leave your breakfast behind. Did I say good morning, Vamp? Good morning, Vamp. But yeah, I finally got it done, and then do we need a bun sniffer remote? Sniffer? I think we do. Good morning, Colin. And Fifi's been doing some very big binkies this morning. Like, she just all of a sudden, just right up in the air, just doing. And she did another one, but I was too busy sweeping poop at the time, so I didn't get to do a video. But yeah, I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, I actually don't have any editing to do, because all my projects are finished. So I mean, I could do Kirby Craft, but I was like, do you know what? I will go and tidy the bunny's room because it's in desperate need of it. So morning, Sarah. Morning, Owls. So I did that instead, and it's still like the big half needs doing. but I've given it a little tidy, so it's looking in a lot better shape now. But as I was doing that, morning Special K. As I was doing that, I had a message asking me to start on a new project. So that was my morning off, and now I will be getting straight back to it this afternoon, which is nice. Sort of like a new thing that I've not done yet, so it'll be exciting to try. But eventually I'll start working on Kirby Craft again. This is like, it's becoming the equivalent of the end of Only Fools and Horses, where it's like, one day, Rodders, we'll be millionaire. But yeah, I did get a little bit of time to work on Kirby Craft a couple weeks ago. And it was really weird loading it up and it being like, because obviously it's only about 3 episodes in and we've done however many now. I think we're coming up to 6 months. The Friday after next, I think we will have been doing it for 6 months now. Shadow of Israel. Oh no. But yeah, it's it will get there. Because I think this next thing I'm doing is only going to be a little thing, so it shouldn't. Maybe what I need to do is, because I've been usually working on 2 or 3 projects at once, whereas now I'm only going to be doing 1. So what I should do is just pretend that Kirby Craft is another project and schedule it as if it was like paid freelance work, and then maybe I would get it done. But yeah, Meridian still hasn't missed one. No, he's very steady. Very steady bearded man. A bearded man you could lean upon and he wouldn't wobble. Whereas Kirsty and I are naughty little wedding goers. I don't think there's any reason for me to miss one coming up anytime soon. Fingers crossed, obviously, all things being well with because I think I missed one through illness and I missed one through something else, but I can't remember what the something else was. Oh, it's mine and Alex's anniversary. That was it. A bearded man you could safely build a sky castle on top of. Yes. A very steady foundation of a bearded man. Hello, Fifi. Hello. Good morning, Monday. But it's yeah, it will be 6 months coming up in a couple of weeks, because I think it was the 20th of January that we started. How was the massage? Oh my gosh, the massage was so nice. The massage was like, it was very lovely. Because it was like, because there was the loud music playing, which sounds like it's not going to be relaxing, but in a way I found it being loud more relaxing, because I think when you've got like, so the first time I ever had a massage, this is like the only 2 massages I've ever had in my life. Well, I have had another one, but that's another story. But my first one I ever had was for my sister's sort of hen do. We went to this spa day and we each had like a half-hour massage. And the first half was very relaxing, and then the second half I just was worried because they'd been pressing on my tummy, and it just made me worry that I was going to to make some sort of bodily sound, and then I was just really tense for 15 minutes. It was like one of the least relaxing experiences I had. Morning, Loboto. It's not that suspect. It's not suspect. Basically, my sister trained as a masseuse, but she was like, "Oh, can you come down to my college because we need people to to like practice on, and I didn't realize that she was like studying to do sports massage. So I went down to this college thinking like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. My sister's going to be a masseuse. I'm going to be so relaxed all the time. And then she just spent like half an hour digging her elbows and knuckles into my back, and I left feeling broken. But so there was that massage. Technically there was a time when my sister tortured me for half an hour for the sake of a grade. But official massages, there was that one at my sister's hen do, and then this one. And I much preferred, other than the time I got to spend with my sister, I much preferred this one because the music was like, that first one had like plinky plonky, like, ah la la, meditation, blink plonk blee. Whereas this one was like so loud that you didn't even worry if you were like making weird noises because you couldn't really hear it and they couldn't really hear you, so it was fine. It was like you didn't worry if they pushed down on you and you you made a weird groan or something because it was all covered up by pirates. So it was really good. I would do it again. And everything smelled lovely. So it was like when you first went in, they didn't dress as pirates, no Rob. Morning, Chef. Morning, Karaniku. Good morning, Harry. So if your sister played some Longest Johns, yeah, she could beat me up again. I mean, to be fair, my sister could beat me up. So I wouldn't be able to say no. But it was, you go in and they're like, they give you like a little sniff of everything that they're going to be using, and then they had like this tray, this like platter that had 6 different massage bars on, and they explained like the different qualities of them all, and they were like, you know, which one do you like the smell of? So you got to like select which one they used on you, which was really lovely because it meant that you were definitely going to come out smelling of something you liked, because it's a good thing as well, because it was like one of them was really cinnamony. I didn't even smell it. As soon as they said cinnamon, I was like, I do not want that one. But Alex and I actually ended up choosing the same one because it was very lovely. And then yeah, they like take you to the room, and the coolest bit was that they said, so they take you to this room which is like all dark and there's green lighting under the beds, and they're like, okay, we'll leave you to like, you know, pop your kit off and get under the bed. But they didn't say that in those words. They were like, you know, get under the towel. But first thing, what's missing is the mist. And then they press this button and the room, like all this mist starts like pumping out from underneath the beds. And it's just really cool. It could have had different vibes if you were like trapped in a villain's lair or something. It would have been terrifying. But for what it was really good. It was very good. Would recommend. Like I felt so floaty afterwards. I just felt so giggly and calm. And then we went to breakfast at this place that it turned out they give you animals, like toy animals, to instead of like spoons with a number on, which is like the usual thing in the UK, they give you an animal. And so I went and I ordered this breakfast. And the guy behind the counter was like, okay, and here is your shark. And he just pulls out this toy shark and hands it to me. And I just just stood there just like giggling for ages just because I felt so like high on having a massage. And then this guy just handing me a shark. I was, I think he must have thought I actually was high. But it was really good. It was really good. But yes, good morning, Shark Duck. Bless you, Gerry. But I did check the price of it afterwards, and I was like, oh, the likelihood of us going for one again is very slim. So I am glad that we chose that one. I think I did prefer it to getting like what probably would have been more similar to the first one I had, because it was like a fancy one. So yeah, I'm definitely glad I went for this one. And if anyone wants to treat themselves to a massage and they're in the Bath area, I would very much recommend going to Lush for it, because it was good. It It was very good. And I felt so soft and smooth afterwards. And the stuff smelled so nice. Like, well, I asked, like, oh, is there anything in particular you have to wear for it? And they were like, just put, we recommend that you have, like, loose-fitting clothing to wear afterwards because you don't want to get all calm and then have to, like, put on jeans or something. So, I did take like very loose clothing and it was very lovely. I felt very floaty. Gerry. Him snuff. Him snuff. Makes so much sense having loud music. Yeah, and because it was like I gathered every time they had some free promotional thing to my grocery order. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like when I went to Pastan for the first time and I was like, okay, it's for my birthday, so it's a special occasion and we can justify it, but it better not be really good. And then everything was really tasty and we were like, oh no, we're going to want to come back. It's like at the moment, one of my favourite places in Bristol, they are going to be closing in the next few months and they're having these supper clubs like every week. Might be every week before they close, but they're like £40 a head, but it is like 7 courses or something. And I'm like, I'm so easily justifying it to myself because I'm like, it is the last time I'll ever get to have their food, but it's like £40. But then again, I guess it's also a memory and a night out, and I'm just like, oh. It becomes too easy to justify things when you really want them. Pasta ham when you're next in Bristol? Yes, please. Yes, please. Good morning, Kraken. £40 isn't that dear for good tucker. This is true. This is true. Oh. If anyone is like, well, I think it might be 7 courses. It's like lots of little things, I think. Starting to see like everywhere. I know, I was saying this the other day, like everywhere I like seems to close down eventually. So I really recommend my favorite thing, the current government. Real shame if that closed down, am I right? It's my favorite thing. Maybe it'll work. When booking Disney, I was trying to justify it's only £7 per ride if we go on X rides. Yeah, true. True. Good morning, Bubble. But yeah, I think it's just been like, you know, frustratingly, it's all the places that we go to, and it's because they're like with Future Donuts, they wanted to make sure that they used like ethically sourced ingredients, and they wanted to make sure they paid their staff a living wage and stuff like this. But that just meant that was sort of like their downfall in a way. Whereas if they had have been like, you know, bloody Weatherspoons with their 0-hour contracts and their less than minimum wage, maybe they would have been fine. But it's frustrating that caring is punished in the current climate instead of being supported. It is poo. Can you also recommend Twitter and Amazon? But yeah, it's just and this is another place, like this other place is just very like ethical, and it's sadly having to close as well just because the price of all ingredients is going up because of blooming Brexit and all that malarkey. And then I guess a lot of these independent places probably suffered through you know, lockdown and stuff. But yeah, it is poo. You're right. I should go and support them one last time and go for a supper club. You've persuaded me. You've all persuaded me. I'm gonna go. I'll just make sure I go. And at one point I'll mention work, and then it's tax deductible, right? Right? Is that how it works? I'm gonna go for technically a business meeting there, and then it's fine. Why support them only one last time? Go every day until they close. Oh no. Well, they are doing, I think they're doing like Friday supper clubs maybe, and then Sunday roasts for all of August. I think they had like 2 final brunches in June. I don't know what they're doing for July. If anyone else wants to try it, it's called Eat Your Greens, and it's over in Totterdown. And it's really frustrating because they literally opened up about 3 months, I think, before we left Totterdown. If we had have stayed in Totterdown, 100% we would have gone all the time because it was so good. Such a good place. And it was at the point where, because we were sort of there, like some of the first people who went in when it opened, and we got chatting to them, and it would be like, I remember times I would just stop in and they would like rush to the kitchen and be like, oh my gosh, we're just trying this new recipe, you have to try it and stuff. And so we were like, it was very dear to our hearts. And then unfortunately we moved away and it was just difficult to get to. But yeah, I alone would have kept the business open, true. But if anyone's in Bristol, I do recommend it. Maybe we could all buy out one of the supper clubs. Just do it as BunCon. And it would just say that BunCon tickets are £40, but dinner is included. But yeah, maybe we'll go for one final roast and one final supper club. They were doing a nerd supper club that was a lot more expensive. Oh my gosh, that was like £60 a head or something. But it was all like nerdy themes. It was like food from Star Trek and stuff. They're really obsessed with Star Trek. If you ever do go, you should look in the toilet, because the toilet is just decorated with loads of like Star Trek memorabilia. But yeah, I would recommend it. Oh, I do want to go. I'll have to see when we can drinking potions instead of wine. Yeah. What's the place called? It's called Eat Your Greens. And it's on Wells Road, I want to say. But Wells Road is like one of the longest roads in Bristol, so that's not particularly helpful. Can I work out what sort of number Wells Road it would be? I think it's Wells Road. I think it starts around there. But yeah, it's vegan. Yeah, it's all vegan. It's mostly gluten-free as well. And it's all, she said, well, is it 11 already? It is. Off you go. Start your days. But yeah. I tried to go, but it was Sunday lunch and that's only pre-booked. Yeah, they do just get... See, this is the frustrating thing, is that they do get so busy. But I guess it's just not been enough. But they always have these, like... they have these, like, cooked rolls, which are, like, big sausage rolls that they have on their counter. And they've got loads of cakes on the counter as well, which are always very lovely. But yeah, I'll have to book in to go. One last time, or 2 last times. One for each of the things that's happening. Oh, it is sad though. I wonder if places will open up in their place. Like, the places that seem to do best are ones that sort of float, because I guess they've not got to worry about rent and stuff. So you get ones that can sort of like places like Gopal's Curry Shack, which can, like, I guess because they used to have a set residence. They used to be at Wapping Wharf. But I swear that if ever I had to go on like Mastermind or something and needed a specialist subject, I swear like the vegan food of Bristol could be one of my specialist subjects. Because there's so many times that people have sent me pictures and been like, oh, I just went here. And I could be like, oh, that's that place. And you ordered this off the menu. Dear. There's a vegan roast that works from the Lion on Gloucester Road once a week. Haven't they closed down now? I think that was oh my goodness, it was Soy Ahoy at one point, but it was LD's Kitchen that were at Gloucester Road at the Golden Lion, I think is called. But that's Apocalypse Bow are in their kitchen now. Apocalypse Bow are meant to be very lovely, but they do different like bow buns. But LD's Kitchen went back to London only. It's a 500-word essay on why this is the dish that, that you want, yeah. Um, Apocalypse Vow is an amazing name. You do get very, very good food names. Oh my gosh, my all-time favorite. There was this place called Bun Fiction. They used to be at Kongs of King Street, and they were just the best food. Like, I missed them so much. I missed them to the point of there was a time when I got a bit tipsy and I messaged them at 2 a.m. to tell them that I missed them. Like, there was that level of that level of wishing to have their food again. But they've not been open in years. Oh, they were so good. Buns of Fiction. No, weirdly enough, I hate the film Pulp Fiction, but it was all like Pulp Fiction's themed names for the food. Take me back, I've changed. Oh my goodness, I loved it so much. It was so good. To the point where, okay, you know how much I love ooey. But ooey used to be I guess Bun Fiction are closed. Oh, fine, we'll go to ooey. Genuinely, it used to be that because it would be like so secondary to Bun Fiction. That's how good the Bun Fiction was. It was so tasty. Oh, I was so sad when they closed. There's a place in Edinburgh called the Baked Potato Shop. It's veggie, but they did vegan haggis last time I was there. Ooh. I've had vegan haggis once, and it was very yummy. It was at a pub called the Adam and Eve, which very briefly opened up as a vegan pub, but then just after they bought it, the place was found out to be like structurally unsound, and they had to close down, which was very, very sad. How do you do vegan haggis? I guess it's just all the same like herbs that you'd use on a normal one to give it the right flavouring. Good morning, Sophia. But it was very tasty. Oh, their chips were good too. At the Golden Lion on Gloucester Road, the first time I ever went there was for a place called Pie Baby Pies. And it was delicious. They used to do these like New Zealand style pies, which would have mashed potato on top, crust around the outside. And oh my goodness, they were so good. I remember the first time I ever tried them was because they were in town giving out free mini pies. And they were so lovely, but they've gone back to New Zealand now. So they're a bit harder to get their food. But it was, sorry, chef. But it was really, that food was so good. This is the problem when you've been in, when you've been in Bristol as long as I have, you've seen all these places rise and fall. It's like I remember there being a place called the Mighty Food Fight, which was like on the way from our old flat to the old office, back when the old office was like near Cabot Circus. So this is when I didn't have a job when we first moved to Bristol. So I would just be doing freelance stuff every now and then. And on my days off, I would walk down past Mighty Food Fight, pick up the food, and then just take it into the office to have lunch with Alex. And I didn't know how to get into the old office at first, so I would just wait outside. And I think so many people thought I was like a Yogscast fan. I remember actually, there was a time that we were there late and we ordered, I think it must have been for a Jingle Jam, and we ordered pizza to the old office. And the guy who delivered it was like, this was when I didn't really know how excited people were for the Yogscast because I'd never heard of them. And I opened the door to get the pizza. And the guy was like, oh my God, is that the Yogscast in there? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, is Martin there? And I was like, he is. And the guy looked so excited. He was just like, wow. And then he left. I was like, okay. It was very odd to me at the time. When we got married at a barbecue place, there was a man in a shed, and now he has 4 proper locations. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, it is nice when you see places thrive. But yeah, I was thinking if I go back to look at that list of because I did the Veganuary list of places to eat in Bristol, and I'll be curious to go back and see how many of them are actually open still through various circumstances. A fair few of them are. There's still, don't get me wrong, there's still loads of good places. And one place that I should try again, because we tried it once on the very first day it opened and I wasn't that impressed, and then we never went back. But Omburger changed its name, but it's still the same. Is Omburger now changed to vegan filth or something like that? Because I was thinking the branding looked very similar between those two places once Omburger had disappeared. Filth. Oh, it's Burger Theory. Wait. Burger Theory have been around for a while, haven't they? Did they just accumulate them? Maybe that would be a very specialized tour though, because that's exciting. It's this is your last week to try this place before it closes. The filthy vegan again. Yeah, there's a place that I keep seeing on Deliveroo that's called filthy stuff. I've never been to Temple of Satan, Temple of Satan in London, but I have had them before so there used to be, buckle up for another lovely tale of things that stopped happening in Bristol. Every year there used to be Veg Fest in Bristol, but that stopped happening because there was a big hoo-ha one year. But it used to take place in the Harbourside every year, and then one year it was at Ashton Gate Stadium, and then that was the final year that they did it, I think. But Temple of Satan came down to one of the years at the Harbourside, so I have tried their food, but I've never been to, is it Camden that they're in? Seitan is great, but I'm gluten intolerant, so it wrecks me. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. What was the other place that was there? There used to be another Seitan place. I've forgotten the name of it, but I remember that being there. But yeah, it was very lovely. It was very lovely. That was when I was very new to vegan stuff when they came down. It's been many a moon. But yeah, no. I think this is just a sign that, we should all go out for dinner more in Bristol to the places I like, so that they stay open for longer. Really, we've just not been putting the effort in. That's the problem. Oh no, you have to go to Pastan every night this week, okay? We're not letting Pastan close. One of my favourite places that does seem to very much be going strong, touch wood, is East Village Cafe in Clifton. Is really lovely. And that, I think because it's in Clifton, and I think it's a fancy enough sort of bougie concept for the people that live there, that hopefully, touch wood, that one will thrive. And it means that occasionally, the poor scaffy people from outside of Clifton get to go into Clifton and pretend that we're fancy too every now and then. So it is nice. And they have so many different types of hot chocolate. It's really good. And coffee as well, but I've never really had their coffee, so I can't recommend that. But everything I've ever had there has been very, very lovely. A friend actually showed me an Asian place on Sunday that does those vegan duck noodles. Ooh. There's a place called Chung's in Bristol that does very lovely like a mock duck chow mein. That is very good. Another place I would not want to close down because it's good. It's more than one type of hot chocolate. Oh my gosh, yeah, they have like gingerbread hot chocolate and tiramisu hot chocolate and they've got like a whole board that lists all like Biscoff hot chocolate, and yeah, they've Fifi. Fifi. Morning, Reuben. Fifi. 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 She's just been a pickle. See, the problem is she's not like, did you just say tiramisu hot chocolate? Oh my gosh, yeah, the place is obsessed with tiramisu. They do tiramisu pancakes. I think they do tiramisu coffee and tiramisu hot chocolate and tiramisu, just jars of tiramisu on the counter for if you just want straight up tiramisu. They just seem to have a tiramisu everything. I recommend the health nut shake though. It's like what? Do I not feed you enough, small child? Should I give you your treat? Oh, little peas. I've never had the pancakes from there though, but every time we go, someone I go with gets the pancakes. And I always think, oh, I should get the pancakes, but no, I'll be good and get something else. But one day I'm going to go and I'm going to get the pancakes. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Okay, Fifi, you have two slightly different treats today because I'm going to try to get Fifi to use the treat puzzle toy thingy that Coco got for her. So, Fifi. Oh, geez. Okay, Fifi, you try using that. Gerry, because you don't like having to figure things out. Oh, no. Fifi, come here. Fifi. Fifi. She doesn't want to figure it out either. Look, I even made it so that it's got like... Oh, she's figured it out. Okay, Gerry, here you go. Gerry doesn't like doing puzzles. Oh, there you go. She's done one. I'm hoping she realised, because I left some bits. Oh, look, Fifi. No, Fifi, you can't just steal cherries. Fifi is in there. Fifi. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Come on, Fifi. There. Oh, Gerry's curious about it. Look, Fifi. Look, it's under there. He's just refusing to learn. Look, I even left all the little stalks sticking out so that you could hopefully find them. This is on easy mode, or you could just steal it from Gerry. That is definitely easier mode. Look, Fifi. Look. What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? What's that? You can do it. There you go. You're getting there. That's true. I probably would actually just steal Alex's donut. But I also feel like he's the Fifi in this situation. Go on, Fifi. You can do this. This one's gone. And this one's gone. You just have to solve the other ones now. No, Fifi. What's this? Fifi. Fifi. There we go. She's getting it. Ah, yes. She's learning that brute force is the answer. You've got 3 more. I think she's not yet figured out that she can pick them up and move them. No. Okay, 2 more, Fifi. You can do this. Fifi wasn't here. Fifi, what's this? Oh, I think I didn't put that one back properly. Okay, we have one more. Can you figure this one out? Yay! Well done, Fifi! So smart. So smart. See, now you know to check them all. Well done. Did you put banana under one of them? No, it's unvarnished wood, so I feel like that would just smush it. Oh. There you go. See, you're learning that you can move them. See, that's good. Oh my gosh. What a smart banooey. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can give Gerry some greens without Fifi just... There you go. I mean, it's a slightly unbalanced treat today, but she did work for it, didn't you? You did work for it. Poor himbo Gerry. Hello. Morning, Woods. Good morning, Cow. How are you both? Well, there you go. Some vaguely puzzling treats today. I just want to get to a point where she associates that with treats and then she knows, like, I don't have to stick little bits out. Like, she'll just learn that when she sees it, she can take the thingamabobs off. I have this little, like, this little, like, snuffle pad that I was going to clean. I was thinking about making a new one, but I might try and clean the old one and see if I can get her to use that. Because I feel like I've not been doing much enrichment for the bunnies recently, so yeah. I'm going to try and do a bit more. Especially as they might be oh, she's just eating it. Fifi. Especially as they might be the only animals in the house soon, so they can have my... Oh, there you go, you can pick up the thing. You know you can pick up the thing now. That's exciting, Fifi. It is. Is that exciting? She says no. Yeah, it's looking like Julieta's going to get adopted. Which is good. I guess that's what we've been working towards, and I should stop being sad about it. But yeah, it's going to be very odd not having her little face looking up at me every night. Well, at the moment, someone has like applied to look after her. They're at the stage now where they're like checking their setup and stuff. So yeah. Did you show the adoptions the happy face pea? No, I did send that to the rescue, but for some reason they didn't put it up on the page. Don't know why. Is this the lizard? No, we've not had Belly in over a year now. Oh, is that over a year? Oh no, it was like late last year that, was it like November time or something maybe that Belly went back home? But yes. Thank you for the follow. Sorry, Gerry, I'm breaking in. Hello. But yeah, I got a message from the rescue being like, can you show us pictures of your setup so we can make sure that they've got everything that Julieta likes to have. So I had to send them this message and be like, she really likes to have soil because she likes to dig, and she likes to have this much bedding, and she likes it when this is here. So, but yeah, there was a bunny moving the chair. No, thankfully they're a bit too heavy for bunny shenanigans. But yeah, so I guess they're going to wait to see if this person has the correct setup, and then that might be Julieta off to her forever home. Bless her. I was telling Rithian I'm sad, and Rithian was like, I'm going to be harsh. If you're sad, maybe fostering isn't for you. You should either just adopt her or stop. And I was like, And Kirsty said, I agree with the mean-bearded man. I was like, can you adopt Lenny now, though? Wait, is that the old bunny, the 11-year-old bunny? It's looking like he's going to be adopted fairly soon, because there was literally like 3 comments being like, I have an 11-year-old bunny that needs bonding, so yeah, hopefully Lenny is going to be snapped up in no time. Fingers crossed. Hey, Gerry boy. Gerry, you're so scaffy at the moment, bless you. So scaffy. I think like the what about Angel? Oh. We probably won't foster a hom for a little while, because we've got a night when we're away in August. So I guess if Julieta's gone by there, it wouldn't make sense to get another hom before then, because we'd only have to like find someone else to look after them for that night. But yeah, to be like honest though, I had already bought all of the stuff to redo Julieta's tank. But then ever since I got this message, I've been like, well, it doesn't really make sense to redo it if she might be going soon, because it's like £80 worth of like bedding that goes in. It is very expensive to change her tank. So I was like, I guess I will hold off, and then if she does go, I can just use that to, like, it would be a shame to do it and then have and then just have to chuck it all out again, because I wouldn't be able to use it if it had like homs get very stressed if they smell other homs. But yeah, did you ever say that Julieta is in her think tank? I mean, maybe she does a lot of thinking when she's in there. I made the mistake, though, of looking up this thing that was like 5 ways to tell if your hamster loves you. And there's, I was like, Julieta does that. She does this. I was like, because what I don't want, like, basically I started to Google I wanted to find out if she would be sad if she went somewhere else. I was thinking, like, would she feel like she was being abandoned if she now gets handed over to someone else, because she's been with us for, like, you know, I can't think how much of her life it would be. But, you know, a significant chunk for a hom. So, yeah, I'm just like, oh, no, is she going to think? But then again, you know, I'm sure if she gets a very lovely home and then she will be happy. And I'm sure she'll be like, and hopefully she'll be going to someone who's like, you know, got lots of time to give to her, whereas obviously our time is more divided. So, and I guess the other positive is that it might mean that we could foster a boy hamster, and I'll finally get to experience what it feels like when you've got those massive hamster balls on your hand. So I guess overall it's a good thing. Just is sad though. She will be missed. I just realised I've been paying so much attention to defloofing Gerry's butt that I've not been paying attention to if Gerry's in focus at all. But I've got so much floof out of him. Bye-bye, Special K. Have good food. Have good food. Why did you have to vocalise that? Look. I'm just curious. They're just so big. They're just glorious. I was looking at, I did the bad thing as well. I started thinking like, oh, well, I guess if we're going to have the tank free, maybe I'll see like what's available to adopt at the moment. And I found this group of mice, and I also found some African land snails. But the thing with African land snails is someone says something about how to stop there being like more African land snails that need rescuing, you're meant to like freeze any eggs that they lay. And I'm just like, doesn't that mean that eventually your freezer will just be like full up of frozen snail eggs? Like, I don't know, it just seemed like an odd concept. Like, what happens to them then? Does whoever just buys the house off of you just inherits them or something? I don't know. I had to pop to Tesco in my tea break because Julietta found a home. She might have, maybe. Oh my gosh, imagine if like one day your freezer just like it loses power or something, and then you come down in the morning and there's just snails everywhere. I'm sure that's not how it happens, but you know, that could be the beginning of a movie. But yeah, there was like all of these mice that need a home, and there was these gerbils. There's like 3 boy gerbils that were all looking for a home together. And then I went down the dark path of looking at chinchillas, which doesn't work because I'm stuck. Because they need a very different setup to a home tank. Look, in all that time, this is how much floof I got just out of Gerry's bum. There's like, there's so much floof just waiting to come out of this boy. But yeah, that's third bun. If only the bunnies would allow it. Do you know what? Funnily enough, Alex was talking about that the other day. We went out for a walk, and I don't know what made him think of it, but he said, he was like, you know, when the sad thing happens, what's our plan, sort of thing. Like, what do we do? Do we try and bond the bunny with like whichever bunny is left, with like an old bunny, or do we try and bond them with younger bunnies? Or Alex feeling broody too. And he said like, oh no, this is what he was saying. He was saying because the bunnies are getting older, well, I think he specifically meant Gerry. Cover your ears, baby. But he was like, should we start trying to bond a bunny in now so that the other bunny isn't left alone? But the thing is, like, as morbid as it is to think of it, because of the difference in expectancy between lionheads and rexes, they're sort of technically the same age, if that makes sense. Like, because lionheads tend to, you know, get a wee bit longer. 2 new young bunnies now to have the next generation, yeah. Yeah. So they're both babies, yes. Yes. True. But yeah, I mean, I would love to be able to bond them, but I just get the feeling that I think I've just been so put off by. Okay, I will stop stealing Gerry's bum and give you a better look at him in a little bit. It's just so calming to just steal floof. It's like when you find a really good bit and you're just like, oh, that's some good pickings there. Okay. Let's go and actually look at Gerry's face instead of the top of his head. Hello, baby boy. Hello. Are you a baby? What was I gonna say? Yeah, so I guess in an ideal world, we could just bond them with 2 other bunnies, and then there wouldn't be the concern about bunnies ever being left. Oh my gosh. Was that my tummy or yours, Gerry? It was mine. Being left alone at all, which would be nice. But first of all, it would be there it goes again. The problem is, because the way I'm lying, the mic is now like right next to my tummy, so you're just getting amplified grumbles. But yeah, the bunnies themselves, because Alex was like, would it be bad to try and bond them, because they're like, oh my gosh, there's like 3 cars honking outside. What happened? Yeah, he's like, is it mean oh look, that's my leg over there. Woo! Is it mean to try and bond them because they're old, and will it stress them out, sort of thing? And then I guess the other thing would be if they needed medical things again. Like, it's difficult enough to afford 2 Banui, let alone if we were to get a 3rd or a 4th. But yeah. Oh, geez, Fifi, hello. What? She just came out of nowhere. I think she heard talk of possible adding another bunny, and she marched over to put a stop to it. She's like, heck no. Dear oh dear. You get a 5th? I hear they take 20% on vet bills. Well, right, as much as like it would be good for us to like what? As much as it would be good for us to like you know, I'll always try and adopt older bunnies and stuff. If I did adopt younger bunnies, it would mean that we would actually be able to like like insure them. So it might be better if we it might be better if we were to get what are you doing? What are you doing? No, don't attack me. Where are you going? Would Fifi mother baby bunnies? When you were trying to bond Pink, was it? Oh, it was Fifi who was opposed to it. Gerry just sort of got on with it. Gerry was like, I'm okay because I'm okay because oof. Oh my goodness, Fifi, there you go. I've removed myself from your fiefdom. Gerry just sort of accepted that he was like top of the bun pile, and he was like, okay, that's fine, a new minion for me. Whereas Fifi didn't want to be pushed down to 3rd, and was determined to be 2nd. And Pink was determined to be 2nd as well, which is really weird because she was such a submissive bunny. Like, all of her behaviour was so submissive. But the problem was, I think, because she was like quite blind, I think maybe she just wasn't picking up on the body language of the other 2. And then that was when Fifi would get annoyed at her, because she'd be like, she would just go for her. She just took a dislike to her. And I guess that's fair dues. You know, you're not going to get on with everyone. So it might be that if we did try to bond another bunny, they would just all be smitten straight away. But yeah, I don't think we would need bunnies that have been exposed to Pasturella necessarily if we were going to bond in more bunnies, because, touch wood, these bunnies have never actually shown any signs of it. And with most bunnies, they will be carriers of it anyway. It's only if they're like, if they're whatchamacallit drops, like if they, what is it called? Like their immune system takes a hit, then it will, that's when it will get in, sort of thing. But with, it's quite complicated because with most bunnies, if you test them for it, they will show signs of being positive for it just because pretty much every bunny carries it. It's just that it, like with Genevieve, because she was a stray, she got like chucked out onto the street and she was just found on the street in November. So it was obviously like freezing cold and pouring with rain, and that's how she, like, it got let in, sort of thing. Whereas because Gerry has just lived a smushy, cushy life and hasn't really had anything wrong, touch wood, again, hopefully it's been at bay. So I think it would be far enough removed to not have to worry about that. Yeah. But yeah, it's like it's a respiratory disease, which causes like build up of stuff in the lungs and causes them to be very like snotty and sniffle snuffly, but in a different way to the way that, I know this sounds weird because Gerry obviously has his sneezing problems, but it's different problems with this boy. Gerry. Well, I guess it's time for me to head off. Vivi is long. Oh, should we go to Meg? Look at those. Those are good twitches. Good little toffee twitches you've got going on there. Oh, it's still going. Your little twerk still going. I will be back at 2 for a stream with Kirsty. We're gonna do One-Armed Cook, which is a very silly cooking game. So I'm looking forward to that. But that's it. That was all I had to say. Have fun. Look after yourselves. Gerry is a baby boy. If I show you Gerry, I can't really see the screen anymore. But have very lovely days, and I'll see some of you later, and the rest of you I might see tomorrow for more Banui. But yeah, I hope you'll take care. Gerry, sorry, my hair is tickling his ears. He is unimpressed. But yeah, look after yourselves and be good, and bye bye. Anything to add, Gerry? Anything you want to say to your adoring fans? They're all here for you, really. And Fifi. It's true. It's true. Can I get further out? There you go. There's a sniffer. Sniffer? Nice. Thank you. Bye-bye. A boop.